on Pardon the Interruption podcast description, Steph Curry behind LeBron's stunning Warrior decision is how it's vaunted. Which, did they just give something away? Are they revealing something about LeBron's decision? Is he going to the Warriors?
I don't even understand that. But
So, let me just say this.
I don't know what
Rich.
he's doing.
If he is going to the Warriors, Golden State, who, in terms of worldwide brands, you and I spent a lot of time, not together, but we see each other there, up in the Bay Area, because they owned the NBA championship for a while. Even when they lost, it was still, Game 7 was still played up
Bay,
there.
yeah.
15, 16, 17,
If that was
18.
to happen, Max,
You have the two
thing-
faces, the two undisputed faces of the league
let me just
on the
explain
same
to you
team.
what happens. First of all, you notice the NBA schedule is not out yet.
Right.
Why isn't it out yet?
Because LeBron hasn't made his decision yet.
You said that, I did.
Or maybe he has, but he just hasn't told anyone. Or maybe he has, I just don't know about it.
You also said that, and I didn't. That's a good segment on the show. You said
that, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you like that
Yeah.
segment.
We should do that. But the NBA will have to give them 60 nationally televised games.
You think they get 60?
I mean, I'm being
not 60.
sarcastic, but
How many?
at least half,
40 nationally televised games.
if not more.
I would say 40 sounds realistic.
Because I think Steph by himself, not by himself, but with Steph, Clay, and Dre, and then when it was the LeBron, Kyrie, K-Love, that team, I think between those two teams, they might have had 30 each nationally televised games. I could be wrong, but we should look it up. You also got to have two different hotels, because you got to have a Fugazi hotel that you park the fake buses in front of.
And then you have to have where the
It didn't
players
have to-
don't get harassed.
because they won't get.
This is what I'm
arrested.
saying. First of all, it's
And-
Silicon Valley. It's the
I'm
most.
not making. I don't want to get this confusing.
Yeah.
I'm not making a case for anybody. I'm not.
No,
making a case.
I
I'm
know.
just giving
I
you an
am saying.
example.
I am saying if look, we're talking about the whole show. I'm saying the number one brands in baseball
Yes.
and basketball could flip. Right now, the number one brand in baseball is the Yankees. That could become the Dodgers. It already is in a way. Right now, worldwide number one franchise, you think the Lakers, that could become the Knicks. It already is in a way, right? So those two identities could flip. But now I'm looking around at what other potential, or we're looking around, what other brand potentially in that or franchise.
You know, that-
in the sport. You bring up the Bears. We talking about the Cowboys. If the Cowboys lose that distinction because
the Bears and the Bulls.
the Bears could do it, right? The Bears could take over with Caleb Wilson. With Caleb Williams. The Bears could do it. Well, and the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
But the Bears could do it. The Warriors are another, if they have the two undisputed faces of the league over the last 2 decades,
Yes.
who are still playing at a very high level, on the same team. And that team is not only in the Bay, but now in San Francisco, right? And you have the tech money up there, everything. That the Warriors could.
Well, because we're at Fanatics Fest, I'm thinking about something. Do you know the value of the jersey that LeBron actually plays his last game in?
I don't even think that'd be the most expensive LeBron jersey.
Yes and no.
Would you say the
It
first
depends.
game, the last game? I'll tell you what jersey. If I had one in my collection that I would want.
Game 7 of the finals?
Game 7, 2016.
No,
Not
you won't have that
close.
in your collection.
I don't have a collection of jerseys.
But I'm just saying, just even the last few years, however many years he decides to play, that franchise, you can't really put a value on that, because you also got to remember everything that he does going forward breaks a record. There's the longer he plays, the more records are broken in that specific uniform. In the event, it's what you're talking about, and you have two of those guys. Now you're packaging. It's
insane. And
It's
by the
a lot
way,
there to unpack.
unlikely that they win it together in their first year. because everyone would have to
That
stay
is
healthy.
very difficult to do.
And everyone would have to
For
stay
any
healthy.
team in the first
But if
year.
LeBron decides to make 25 and now a nice round number, and the first
Or
year they
26
show
or
promise, they
27,
win a
28.
playoff series, but
Yeah.
they need some, and then they tweak it, and it all comes together, and he were to go out as a champion with Steph Curry at Golden State in year 25, it'd be like, yeah, the Warriors brand would be probably at that point the #1 basketball brand in the world. It passed the Lakers, the Knicks, everything.
In that case, I'm telling you, there would be a game in Abu Dhabi, Shanghai, Mexico City,
Fuel up the clutch, Jet.
Seoul. Because here's the thing: you have to take those guys global. You can't just play a domestic. You have to take those two guys.
If they're healthy and they're still good, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they have to be
They have
winning.
to be global, because that, with
Then they're going to have a
everything's
reunion
happening-
years from now. They won't invite Kristaps Porzingis. He'll have a reel saying, "What happened?" Poor Mozgov, Timothy Mozgov. By the way, a one-time Nick.
Don't do Mozgov. like that.
Mozgov's like, yeah, no one.
No.
Everyone's like, they're drinking wine. They're in the
You know what?
nicest setting. Everyone's loving each
I'm
other,
rolling
having a great time. Oh,
Max.
this was the closest. And Mozgov's like, what happened? Crickets.
I'm
No
rolling
one
with
called me.
Mozgov on that.
So what we've learned is LeBron to the Warriors. Is that what we're taking away from all this?
Max, you know what?
I still say I'm going to make one last ditch. I know it'll never happen.
You can make whatever you want.
What is
man.
the biggest thing that LeBron could actually do? The #1. Just think of the magnitude of
I
what
will
he could
tell
do.
you this.
I know what it is. The
I don't know what it
#1
is.
headlines, the biggest controversy, the best team, the most success, the biggest market,
Right.
the biggest news
Go to
story
Sacramento.
is the New York Knicks.